Hey, Plumbing Bros! Welcome to Potty Talk Live. We'll be taking you to the trenches, the crawl spaces, basements, kitchens, and baths, all around this big, beautiful world of ours. We talk to plumbing professionals just like you. I'm Richard Behney, the Million Dollar Plumber, plumbing business empire maker. That's right, showing you how to make the money that you deserve with your plumbing business, how to get your butt out of the truck and into the life that you desire, and how to free yourself from the bondage of simply owning your job and having a very powerful money-making machine, creating wealth and security for you and your family. This is Potty Talk Live, and you are in the plumbing business success zone. Hey, welcome. Hey, the lovely Laura's in the house with us here. Hey, baby, how you doing? All right, yeah, you are feeling great. I know she's faking it. She's faking it. She's feeling a little cold here today. Hey, but she's not a whiner, all right? So she's not going to whine, all right? All right, come home with your shielder on it, all right? So, hey, welcome to Potty Talk Live. Hey, if you're a first-time viewer, welcome. Hey, we got a great, I've been waiting for this episode all day today here. We got a great episode here for you. If you want to know how to become a $1 million plumber, I'm going to tell you how. All right. All right. Yes, I am. I get asked, so Mr. $1 Million Plumber, how do you become a $1 million plumber? You know, well, I'm going to tell you how. All right. So stick around here. Hey, but if you are a first time viewer, hey, let us know where you're viewing from. Okay. You can enter that into the comments, and we like making new friends. So let us know. Hey, Benny, how you doing? It's Glenn. I know it's Benny, but Benny and the Jets. Hey, he is a rock star out of Australia. We are going to get over there. We're going to surprise you one day, Glenn. You're going to right, Stackhouse 5. All right. You're going to look out there and you're going to see some wanker sitting out there, and it's going to be your American mate. All right. It's going to surprise you. We're looking forward to that day here. Man, a cool cat over there. Just I saw him post something here, doing some, just like a good plumber, doing some free, some volunteering work and whatever with his son and all, looking pretty cool. Both of them looking pretty cool. All right. Hey, but let us know if you're a first time viewer where you're viewing from. And hey, if you've been a past viewer, say hello here. Just put it in the comments there if you have questions here, and we'll answer those too. But as always, keep them clean. Okay. This is a professional plumbing talk show. That's right. There we go. Hey, I do have something for you here. If you're for my guests, for just being around here, I got something free for you. Okay. I got my 7 must-knows to be a $1 million plumber. It's already there. I have something for you. The 7 must-knows to be a $1 million plumber. These are 7 principles that you got to know. Okay. You got to know these things in order to succeed. Okay. And I put it all down in my little ebook here, and it's free for you. It's free for you simply for being here. Okay. Simply go to www.themilliondollarplumber.com/7 to get your free copy today. All right. Hey, how you doing, Keith? How was your day? Look down here. Hey, James, hello back to you as well. But how's everybody's day today here? Hey, let's get on with it here, because I was anxious to hit this. What do we got here? How to become a $1 million plumber. All right. These are the only things you got to know to become a $1 million plumber. Okay, this is it right here. So, hey, it may be, I'm kind of having fun with it here, but these are, we'll put it in threes, like I always do, right? We always put it in threes here. I may have a bonus too. I can't help it. I may have a bonus. Okay. But 3 things that you got to know here. And, the bad news is it's not easy. Okay. We'll just be a little transparent, or I guess, disclaimer here. It ain't easy. Because if it was easy, everybody be doing it, right? You heard that saying? Okay. But the good news is it is simple. It really is simple if you do these things. Okay. But it's just like Nike says, do it. You got to do it. Like it really is simple losing weight. It really is not easy, but it really is simple. I found if I stop feeding my pie hole, full of burritos and that kind of stuff, it's amazing how I can get rid of the weight. Okay, but it's whether or not I'm going to do it or not. Right. I've been doing pretty good. You have been doing really well. I'm doing pretty good. I'm kind of, not bad here, but I still, even though I kind of cheated here a little bit today, we had. I like your
Journey shirt.
You got my Journey? Yeah, got that. We got that at the concert. Remember? I snuck a purchase, little impulse buy. Journey. All right.
The $100 t-shirt.
$100 t-shirt, right? The t-shirt was more expensive than the tickets to get in. Great show, by the way. All right. So these are things you got to know, but you got to do it. Okay. So let's get started here. All right. All right. Number one, know your why. Know your why. Okay. Hey, I just saw, I got to look down here. It's going to be a squirrel day here. Got to look down. Hey, Patrick says he lost 30 pounds. All right, man. Way to go. You got to put that in because it's tough. It's tough losing weight here. So I just got to give a shout out there. All right. Way to go, brother. All right. Hey, number one, to becoming $1 million plumber, know your why. Now, these things are going to sound like, fluffy. Well, that's it. I thought you had to be, these aren't, what we find is this really has nothing to do with plumbing. Okay. To become $1 million plumber, it really has very little to do with plumbing. It's like most things. Okay. But it has everything to do about the business and about the way you treat the business. Okay. Number one, know your why. Okay. What does that mean? Lovely Laura asks, so what does that mean? I don't know. I just it's out there. Okay. The thing, how it affects us when I say know your why, where we come from, and I'm saying we, brothers and sisters, if we're in this plumbing gig, okay, the odds are we fell into this kind of a thing. Okay. We didn't have a plan. We weren't thinking about, becoming a world-renowned surgeon or an astronaut, or a rock star, or some kind of push to do something here. I know, but so we kind of just fell into this plumbing thing. And then when we started a business, we just kind of fell into the plumbing business. Okay, so we didn't really have a focus on what we're doing. That's a bad thing. Okay, you got to know your why. Okay, why we're doing what we're doing. And I can tell you, it ain't about plumbing. Okay, when you get in this plumbing business, you start getting hit in the face and stuff's going sideways and customers are being weird. It's tough, as we say, you're trying to find the right guys and you think you got the right guy and he doesn't show up on Monday, which will happen. Okay. The fact that you love plumbing is not enough. In fact, I'll ask guys when I have my coaching calls or, prospective coaching calls, if I'm going to coach, and I'll ask, what do you love more? Do you love plumbing or you love business? If they say plumbing, already that's a check mark because because it ain't about the plumbing. Now we enjoy it. I enjoy plumbing. I still, to this day, I haven't been, I still can't walk into a bathroom and I love looking at the shiny porcelain. I mean, that sounds so weird. The Sloan valves. I'm checking out the toilet everywhere I go. Okay. I love walking through the, we go to those home shows and that kind of stuff. And my thing's the plumbing. Okay. And so I'm checking out the new stuff and the new gadgets and all that kind of stuff. In fact, saying that, on Thursday's episode of Potty Talk Live, we have the inventor of a wrench that really saves time. I wish I would have had this wrench, this double nut driver guy. I mean, he's a plumber. So one of us who found a solution, which is so cool. And anyways, that's Thursday's Potty Talk Live, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Be part of that. It'd be cool. A plumber, one of us, got a cool invention. Inventor. All right. So anyways, I love that kind of stuff. So that's fun, but I love business more. And you got to love business more too. So it ain't about plumbing. So what is it about? Well, again, a couple things here come to mind. First of all, it must be bigger than you. Okay. You're not going to do it for yourself. It's just with the reality of the business and dealing with stuff and the customers, just what we're talking about here. It has to be something bigger than you, something like your kids. Okay. Or a cause. It's bigger than who you are. Okay. We'll for those of you parents out there, a lot of you guys are, and you'll get this, I'll let someone, kind of push me around a little bit to a point, but ain't no one going to touch my kids. You know what I'm saying? I'll walk through fire, if they're hurting, something's going on, ain't nothing going to stop me. Okay. It's that kind of thing. And so you got to have that for your business. So it has to be bigger than you. So you got to come up with something bigger than you. All right. Also, it must be clear. Okay. So, and by that, I mean, it must be, a lot of guys will say, well, I want to provide for my family. What does that look like? If you just laying that out there, it doesn't have any feel. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
We talk about that, and
I want to be successful.
I want to be successful. I want to, I want to be able to, send my kids to school. Okay. That kind of to college. I want more time with my kids. Okay, so it's great that we're thinking of kids and family. That's bigger than you and that kind of a thing. But now we got to make it clear. Okay, because just if it's murky, then we can kind of just let it go. Okay, so you got to give it a color. You got to give it an emotion. You got to give it a size. We're talking about just losing weight. Okay, you got to give it an amount. I'm going to lose 30 pounds. Okay, way to go. That's right. Way to go, Patrick. And so you got to give, other than just saying I'm going to lose weight, because it doesn't work that way. I'm going to be healthy. Right. I'm going to be right. Too vague. That's right. Right. You want to? No. Okay. You're doing great. All right. You're feeding me. She's pushing me along here. That's good here. Are you telling me I'm going off the track here? Okay. A little bit here. Okay. All right. So you're right. You must be clear. All right. And finally, with this about knowing your why, is you must write them down. Okay. It just can't be, just willy-nilly out there. You come up with it and then it's gone, because that's what happens. It gets gone, because the reality of it is we get into our day. Okay. Once we get into our day, and the crap hits the fan, right? Everything starts happening. Everything starts pulling at you, and you go in different directions. And so you kind of lose, not kind of, but you lose sight of your why. So you need something like a GPS that sets you out, straight. Okay. So if you think about it here, there's only 2 times in your day that you control, in all reality. Think about it. All right. There's only 2 times that you control. First thing in the morning when you wake up. Okay. Before anything happens. So first thing in the morning when you wake up, and last thing at night before you go to sleep. Okay. So those are the times that you want to write those things down. That's what we do. I start my every day. Every day we wake up at 4:30. Okay, just a little later at 4:45. We kind of have that 4:30 to 4:45. That kind of thing. We get up and we have our quiet time. Okay, but immediately after that, we're writing. During that time, we're writing down our whys. In fact, I have mine here. I brought it. I remember this time. I brought mine. And you don't need something, a special book or anything like that. I just use these, these little notebooks here. Okay, and I write the date, just to have the date, and then I write, I have an athletic build. Okay. I want to go, and I have a 32 waist, abs and definition.
You want to state what you want.
Because I state what you want. You want to state it like you already have it and what you want. Okay. In a positive. Not that someday I'll get it. I will, I'll get, or I'll have one down the road. Okay. It's like you already have it. Okay. And so it's everything from your business to personal. Okay. And just write it down first thing in the morning. And then that works like a GPS. Okay. So when the day hits you now, you have you can kind of remember, the GPS puts you back on straight on why you're doing what you're doing. Okay. And so at the end of the day, you want to do the same thing, because after the day is kind of smacked you upside the head and you've been all over the place and you're kind of, what the heck just happened today? If you do it at the end of the day, it reminds you, oh, this is why I'm doing what I'm doing. Again, okay, this is why I put up with what I just put up with. And what I'm doing. Okay. So there we go. So, all right. So know your why. All right. Must be bigger than you. You must clarify it. Okay. And you must write it down. You got to do those things. All right. All right. So that's number 1 of how to become a millionaire. And that's what we're discussing here. All right. How to become a millionaire, million dollar plumber. All right. And beyond. All right. These same principles work for the same way. Okay. $1 million plumber and beyond. All right. Number 2, you want to raise your standards. Okay, so what do I mean by that? All right, here's another thing, talking with us. All right, we're just being real here. All right, okay, we're just being real here. Is that look, if you and I are talking right here and we're in plumbing, the odds are, and the reality of it is, we come from the middle class. Okay, I used to say the poor in the middle class, but certainly if you certainly here in the United States, there's really isn't any poor here in the United States. Compared to the rest of the poor, in the rest of the world, that kind of a thing. But if you grown up to where you went to school, all right, you were able to go to school, all right, you had meals every day. When your birthday came around, you may have some kind of celebration. I mean, a birthday gift or something like that. At Christmas time, you may have gotten a birthday gift. Okay, when I say gift, that's kind of how I grew up. We got a gift. So I mean, if you're getting that, if you wore any time during your growing up some kind of name brand product, you had not that you had every one of them, but if you had Nikes or Levi's, What was it back in the day? Calvin Klein's. Calvin Klein's.
Jordache
Jordache
jeans.
jeans. Oh man. Oh man, back in the day. So if you had that kind of a thing, you're in the middle class, okay? That's an extremely dangerous place to be, all right? Because that we're comfortable, all right? So our standards are comfortable. So we have a way of just a way of thinking, and there's a whole area that we work on with that. What, did we get buzzed? Is that one of my guys saying, "Shut up"? All right. In fact, it is one of my guys. All right. Okay. Right. There's one of my coaching clients. Hey, excuse me for a moment here. They are my priority. That's what I said. It's my kids, my family, and then my coaching clients. All right. That's right. So, all right. So if you're born middle class with that, we just have a certain way of thinking. So we get into business and we just don't have the oomph to do what it takes to make it in business. All right. The wealthy don't think that way. You've already, I know we're also taught something about the wealthy. If I say about money, money's the root of all, you can finish those kinds of sentences. Money won't make you happy. Sure it will. And money's not the root of all evil. The love of money is the root of all evil. Rich people are, and we all comes up, all this kind of stuff. I see posts on this kind of stuff with guys working, for wealthy clients or whatever. And they, and they have always some kind of hateful rich. I mean, they will, right. Hate rich people. Right. Well, that's because you were taught that. All right. So, but what the problem is with that, and that was coming from a guy, even that I know we're talking about the same one. I hate rich people. The guy has his own business. So the business is to make money. So what happens just with that, we start sabotaging ourselves. Okay. So we gotta raise our standards. We gotta look at our life a little differently and say that we want to be, that it's okay that I could not have to work. I see guys saying they're working Sundays and they're proud of it, like it's a big thing. And no, it's not. You're a slave. You're in bondage, man. You own your company and you're working on Sundays like it's a big no. That's not something to be proud of. Okay. But we're taught, work. And that's what makes you, good and that kind of a thing. So there's a whole psychology to that. And I can go off the deep end on which I am, and I want to, because that's really what's holding you back, by the way. That conditioning and the way that you've been taught is holding you back from being successful with your plumbing business. That's a huge thing. Okay. It also permeates into then on how we need to raise our standards in the way we work. Okay. And how we look at work. That's why I say it's fun day, because it isn't. You'll start, instead of looking at work, I'll hear all the guys go, talking about, on the sites and that kind of stuff. They got to get back to work on Monday, or they're glad that it's Friday. Thank God it's Friday, and working like that. That's no way of thinking about work. And so you got to raise your standards on the way that you look at your work and how you work and when you work. Okay. This whole idea of work-life balance. It's crap, but we've been conditioned to think that way. Okay. So that's number 2. Okay. You got to raise your standards. All right. Number 3, learn to communicate. Okay. This is right. Well, I'm an introvert. Most guys don't even know what that word is. They just say, well, I don't talk to people, You gotta learn to communicate. You gotta learn to talk with your customers. Yep. All right. And part of communicating is listening. Okay. In fact, I think that's part of the definition. I know it's part of the definition. Being able to listen to your customers. Okay. So being able to speak with your customers and being able to communicate with your customers. We haven't even got into the employee part. Like I say, why, I just can't get anyone, I can't hire anyone. Well, and I always ask, well, why would anyone want to work for you? And when I get there, they wind up leaving because you don't communicate. You're not communicating the right messages. And so there's a whole line there. So I'm not even talking yet about the guys that you're trying to get to work for you, or even your vendors or your bankers and all that kind of stuff, which is important. But just stick with the customer side right now. It's so important to learn to communicate, with your customers, both being able to speak with them, okay, to be able to educate them on what's going on and being able to listen to them. Most importantly, a big part of communication is listening. Okay. And really what's happening here is, I'm going to say it, selling. Oh, okay. Because we're selling. Okay. And so you got to learn to sell, which is really communicating. okay? Because you're selling everybody when you're in business. You're selling everybody right now, even when you're not in business, okay? When you're working for someone, you're selling your boss, okay? You're selling your wife. You're selling your kids, okay? Your kids are selling you, all right? Whenever you do, everything is sales, okay? So there is selling. But to be successful in business, okay, you got to actually realize that you are selling and then be able to look at it as just part of life. Okay. In fact, that's what we would say. And we got a great episode tomorrow, Selling Made Easy episode with CF back in the house tomorrow, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We deal with these kinds of things. But we say, don't sell. All you need to do is excel at serving your customers. Okay. Don't get wrapped up in the whole selling thing. And part of excelling at serving your customers is being able to communicate with your customers. All right. Listening to what their issues are. Okay. And being able to educate them on what the solve is. And really, at its highest level, okay, communication is simply a transference, okay, of emotion. Okay, so it's just that sharing of emotion. So, we're walking into our customer's day. They didn't wake up in the morning and want to call you. They didn't want to call me. I can't, of course they want to call me, right? But they didn't, okay? But they didn't want to call you. They don't want to call you. They want to do their own thing, you being a plumber, okay? So their day is shot, or they're upset, and they're going through this emotion. So we need to walk into that environment, all right, and share that emotion with them. If you make that emotional connection, which is communication, all right, becomes personal, hey, it's done, okay? You have a customer, all right, you got a customer for life, and your business is growing. It's that easy.
Pretty easy.
So there we have it. I did say it's easy. I wouldn't say it was easy, but it is that easy. It's that simple. It's that simple. So there we go. All right. Hey, you want to become a $1 million plumber? You want to become a $1 million plumber? All right. Number one, you got to know your why. Number two, you got to raise your standards. And number three, learn to communicate. All right. Hey, you want a bonus? I'm feeling pretty generous here. I'll give you a freebie here. All right. Cats pay me lots of money just to talk to them. All right. I got a freebie here for you. Oh, you putting them out there? Okay. Number three. Yeah. Learn to communicate. There we go. All right. Hey, Ryan, how you doing, buddy? All right. There's one of my guys out there. One of my Canadian brothers up there getting it done. Okay. All right. The bonus for you here. All right. On how to become a $1 million plumber. All right. I gave you number one, know your why. Take it seriously. All right. That sounds so stupid. I ain't going to do that. Okay. All right. All right. Number two, raise your standards. My standards are high. My plumbing's the best in the world. I know. I'm getting why are you doing that face again? I just like it. It's like a Trump face, or but like a whiny Trump. My standards are already high. My plumbing's great. It ain't about plumbing. All right. I'm talking about your personal standards, about how you see life. All right. And how you look at work, okay? Not just as doing work, okay? Number three, learn to communicate. Communicate with your customer. Communicate with everybody, which basically you're selling, okay? So you got to know that stuff. Finally, I'll give you a bonus here, all right? It really does come down to this, and this is the biggie here. And that's why I said, well, should I say this? I like to hold this out because this is a $1 million solution right here. I mean, this is priceless here if you'll get it, okay? All right? Should we just catch our breath here? Okay, listen, open up the ears, all right? Here it comes. You ready? See your life better than it is now.
Okay.
All right? You think about that? See your life better than it is now. Okay. Even the lovely Laura's looking at me like, what the heck are you talking about? That's right. No, we just fall into this trap. Okay. And that's part, again, coming out of the middle class. And I hear it from guys all the time. And in fact, it makes me sad because I talk with guys even. And this is, the guys, you got some toys. Okay. You got some toys, we're able to have that, some nice things. Maybe go on a vacation, and you hear me kind of hit on this. And my deal is not to pick on you or to kind of belittle anybody. It's just, I know because I come from right where you come from. Okay. And we aren't taught these things, guys. We aren't taught these things. We were taught to, go to school, you get in line, don't hope for the best. Those other things are for other people. In fact, those other things are bad. And by other things, I mean like free time, traveling, fancy clothes, fancy cars, When we may talk about it and think about it, but we really, if you're honest with yourself, you don't see yourself having those kinds of things and those kinds of things for your family, okay? Because we have, we're in a position right now where we can kind of taste it, okay? We can kind of get a little feel for it. We can go to Vegas, you know, or someplace, and we can be around some rich, fancy stuff. It feels kind of whatever. So we think we got it, but we don't. Or we can, we can lease a car, you know, a fancy car, and we think we got it. Okay. We have some free time on the weekend. We can grill out and have people over and, you know, have margaritas and whatever, you know, and we think we're living some high life, but that's the trap. Okay. We won't picture ourselves better. So if you don't picture yourself at a better situation, that means I'm not talking that you're better than anyone else, that this thing, you know, as people are better than anyone else. That's not what we're talking about, of just raising a better position. If you don't see yourself better than where you're at, okay, that's what I'm talking about. You won't get there. Okay, you won't get there. And so, you know, that's so important, because that's the kind of thing that's going to drive you to be able to be successful with your plumbing business, where you have something that's just instead of just owning your job. That's what I talk about, breaking the bondage, because it is bondage. You are enslaved. People say, well, you can't use those kind of words because that's, you know, racial or something. No, it's not. We're not talking about that. All right. If you're, you know, if by simply being in business, thinking that you're free and that just because now your name's on your truck, that somehow that makes you, some kind of, like you got it or whatever. You don't. Really, you become more in bondage, more enslaved than even working for someone else if you don't get in the right mindset. So that's why I'm here today. And so you guys ask, why am I doing what I'm doing? That's what drives me. That's my why. In fact, we were just talking about this the other day. Was working with a couple of our couples, and we got off the phone with one of the video conferences, and was like, man, we love those guys, and we love this. This is what
they're doing right now. One of our wonderful couples giving you lots of thumbs up,
right. Patrick and Margaret, they're one of it. Yeah, love you guys. In fact, I know I shouldn't say that, because then everyone said, well, why don't you just do it for free? Because we like to travel too. You pay for us to travel. No, but we do love. I mean, we get on, and it's just when you see that they're looking at it and getting it, and they're wanting it, and they're doing things, and it is just so inspiring. And we're talking with a couple old crusties here where we've been let down by many, many, many people, lost. I mean, it's not like we're young kids, all bright-eyed. You know, I've been in all different kinds of businesses, music business, politics, seen it all. Been on both sides of a gun, seen it all. Okay. And so I mean, we're not doe-eyed and bright-eyed and all that kind of stuff, but it is so inspiring to see you guys out there to get it and want it. And I want to shake the guys that are just settling, that are, my favorite Bible verse. I'm a man of faith, read and all that. And I can't memorize anything else, but I got this verse memorized. It's in Proverbs. All right. And here, a fool returns to his folly. Okay. As a dog returns to its vomit, a fool returns to his folly. All right. Think about that. As a dog returns to its vomit. We actually had a dog once who did that. We did. We got rid of it fast. All right. In a bag, in a river. No, we didn't. All right. As a dog returns to its vomit, so a fool returns to his folly. And that is so sad. And it's so sad because you are sitting on a gold mine. That's exactly what you're sitting on. But yet we continue to do this folly. All right. To play these games when it's so clear. And I'm a brother who's gone before you, who's come from where you've come from. All right. Nothing special here. Nothing exciting. I've just come from where you come from as well, and have made it through. We've made it through the rain. All right. And we did it. All right. And if we did it, and so can you. Okay. So that's what this is all about. Hey, if you would like to learn more about how to become $1 million plumber and all aspects plumbing business, okay, I'd like to help you. Okay. So, hey, I'm up here. I'm getting to it. I'm getting the time thing. Like, we got to wrap it up here, like a window here. Okay. I'm on it here. Okay. So, if you'd like to know more, okay. Yeah. All right. In other areas of your plumbing business as well. Okay. Like, how to have customers paying you what you're worth. Okay. That's a biggie, paying you what you're worth. Sure. And then even asking you to do more. Imagine that, gladly asking you to do more. How to have guys knocking on your door, asking you to hire them, so you don't have this problem with hiring guys. That really does happen. Okay. And the biggie here, how to get your butt out of the truck and into the life that you desire. All right, if your butt's in the truck, you're a dead man plumbing. Okay.
Ryan says, yes, sir, gold mine. Let's get out of that truck.
Yes, that's right, Ryan. We're working on that. He's working on that, doing the things here. We'll get you focused on the right things. All right, Keith, how you doing, brother? All right. Yeah, hashtag butt out of the truck. All right, you got to get your butt out of the truck. That makes it so. Talk to guys, butts in they're proud to be in the truck, and then they get scared to get out of the truck. All right, it's like, I just know the truck. I know this little prison. Okay, you ever see? That's where I get the Shawshank Redemption. Where you're in prison so long that you get used to the system and all that. So this freedom is scary, and that's where I actually come up with get busy living or get busy dying. Right. Okay. Mm-hmm. So you spend so much time in the truck, it actually becomes where you feel safe in there, and you start finding making not excuses, but you keep telling yourself you feel comfortable there, and so you actually like that prison. But you're not in business. All right, it's not going to work out for you. So I can tell you how to get out of the truck, get your butt out of the truck, and so much more. And I'd love to help you with that if you want to help with that. Okay. All you got to do, all right, if you're ready, okay, all you got to do is go to www.themilliondollarplumber.com/coach, and you can schedule your free 30-minute consultation. In all reality, it goes longer than that. It winds up being like 60 minutes with the guys that are good. If I can tell you, you're not ready, we find a way to get you out the door, nicely, okay? But we'll have a conversation, okay, and see if you truly are ready. All right. Look, I only have so much time. Spots are filling up. I want to help you. There's nothing better out there. So hey, stop procrastinating. Stop procrastinating with your business, and most importantly, guys, stop procrastinating with your family. Stop risking your family's security. All right, get on it. If you know what I'm talking about, and you want to get your butt out of the truck, all right, this isn't a pride thing. All right, let's get your butt out of the truck. Okay, so stop owning your job. Right now, if your butt's in the truck, I don't care how long you've been doing this, how good of a plumber you are, you own your job. Let's get you, where you're not owning your job. All right, okay, get you out of the truck into the life that you desire. All right, let's go for it. So there we have it. All right. Okay, I think that's it. Tomorrow night, we have CF in the house, a Selling Made Easy episode. Okay, we'll be talking about anticipating the sales. That way, anticipating the sale. There we go. There's a lot of stuff around there. We'll try to keep it pithy. All right, and fun, because there's a lot to that here. But you won't want to miss that, okay? You won't want to miss this episode or that episode of Potty Talk Live. Hey, also, if you'd like to see other episodes of Potty Talk Live, as well as videos and all this kind of business information, okay? Hey, I want to invite you to come to my Facebook group page. It's free, all right? There's all kinds of stuff there. We have conversations. We'll have industry experts in, even occasionally we'll do some workshops, that kind of stuff as well here, okay? That's the Plumbing Business Success Group. Okay, there we go. Just go to Facebook, all right? Type in Plumbing Business Success Group and request to be part of that. And hey, there's all kinds of stuff there for you as well, okay? So there's another option for you. Hey, if you're wanting to get your butt out of the truck, I'm just trying to help here, okay? All right? So I think that's about it. Is that about it? About time to flush this episode of Potty Talk Live. So let's do it. Hey, we'll see you tomorrow night again, okay, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But before I let you go here, just want to remind you, as always, that you're purposefully and wonderfully created, and you were created to do great things. Yes, you were, brother. So when you're out there doing your plumbing thing, as always, plumb like a champion.